What's up, guys? So I'm back. It's been a few days since I've last recorded, made a video. Been battling a lot of stuff mentally with myself. Please excuse the noise in the background. But I kind of set up my own little at-home arrow shop here. So I'll make a video on that later. My saw, my table. Hopefully this is all kind of temporary for now, but we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, I have cut and glued 6, 12, 18, 24, about 30 arrows of my setup for this year. 12 of them I used just regular hot melt and shot into a couple bag targets and lost about 3 of them. So heated those back up, removed the outserts, removed the glue and everything off of them. Now I am going to go through and reinstall the outserts with just some epoxy and resin. Just let those dry overnight and throughout the day tomorrow while I'm at work. Get a chance to shoot them tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm gonna kind of walk you guys through my process here. I'll do these last 6, and then I'll call it for the night. So, yeah, got a lot of arrows to test, a lot of arrows to shoot. So, weather's starting to take a turn. Expecting about mid-60s all week, so be able to get outside and shoot some distance. But alright, so starting are my Victory Vat Gamers 300. So these are going to be my hunting setup. Behind me I have my tack setup, my shorter ones. These I'd have to check, but these are going to come out to about 440 some grains for hunting. I kind of bought enough arrows this year. I have enough arrows to last me for a long time, as long as I don't break them or lose them. But set up about half of each dozen, half for tack and shooting outside or whatever, half for hunting. So these are my hunting setup ones. So I will go through my process of putting the epoxy on my outserts and getting them aligned right. So for my epoxy, I'm just using JB Weld. So this is what I'm going to use. It's a fast drying, but I'll let it sit overnight. So I will do, I'll do usually about a dime or a nickel size of each. Kind of clean that up. Put my cap back on it since I'm going to be done with it. Oh, it's still messy. Hold on. Okay, done with that for the night. I'll let that sit and dry. Grab the second part, the 2-part epoxy. A little bit more. Okay. Now this is just part of the arrows that I cut off. I'll take this and use this as a stick and just kind of stir it up.
I predict that Croatia will walk away with this. They are 4 points up.
So I am watching the World Field Archery Championships that were here in South Dakota last year for 2022. So that's what you hear in the background. But, alright. So my process is, I'll just stick this in here, grab my outsert, and I will just kind of swirl it around, get a bunch of that epoxy on there as I can, you know, kind of like that. And then I will take it, I'll insert, I'll go down to about just before the tip, I'll start to spin it, making sure I'm getting all of this outsert thread. I'll go down a little bit more. I do want to try and line it up with their little arrow that they have for the spine line. Press that all the way on. I forgot to grab a paper towel. Okay. Then I will take just a paper towel, fold it over a couple times here, try not to get glue anywhere. And then I'll just go around, clean that off, and then just double check my spine line mark. So that's how I do that. Now, you know, me and Andy want to make a video on different releases, how we shoot them, purposes, you know, etc., etc. So expect that coming soon, because Andy now has a back tension. I have a hinge again. Kind of been on and off with hinges for the last couple years. But so the biggest thing with this epoxy is that it dries in about 5 minutes, or it says it does. So kind of want to be quick about it. You can feel when it's starting to set, because it gets a little bit harder to spin and push in. So make sure that's all in there. Yeah.
Looks like a 6, doesn't it? Just to the left of the first one that Modic had. So 88 for Slovenia, which means Croatia need 9 for the bronze medal.
Perfect.
Should be within their grasp based on what we've seen so far. And there's 5. Nice long hold from.
So that little setup here, I'm just up in my attic, or our additional room in our house. So it's kind of messy, as you can see. Ignore that.
It'll be the bronze to Croatia.
But
It's a 5. Well done to the Croatians, Budan and Mlinaric.
the only reason I don't have it set up like in my garage, which I'll do a video on that, my whole garage gym, my archery setup that I have in there. I'll do a whole video on that setup as well. But it's not insulated, so I have to run the tunnel heater every time if I want to go out there. South Dakota winters are a little harsh, so that is why I am not out there for this setup. That's a lot of glue on that one.
Really was, you know, just great to see such awesome athletes competing today.
to Manara Chambuda, and they get the bronze medal. Shortly we'll have the gold medal match between the United States
Press.
and Germany.
Take my paper towel. This is my last one.
Don't forget a
Ooh,
little bit
there's a
later
lot
on,
of
we've
glue.
got women's teams action. This is where we have 3 archers per team. 1 compound, 1 recurve, and 1 barebow archer. We'll have bronze and gold medal matches in both the women's and the men's coming up. The day's playing. You can see the archers there, the Americans, getting set to go up against Germany.
Yeah, it's pretty much setting already, so
Gold medal in the mixed teams.
that'll definitely be good by tomorrow night. And then this excess stuff I'll just kind of fold up. And I'll just toss this. But, so, you know, just kind of doing a little outro to this. Again, you know, definitely want to make some more videos, some more content for you guys. Have a lot of exciting ideas and stuff that we're going to do. But stay tuned for my arrow setups, my kind of just my shop setup, and then obviously my garage and that archery setup out there. So y'all have a good night.